Two recent discoveries of treasure in England have seen marvellous coins brought to the surface once again. One trove consisted of 5 rare Iron Age gold coins unearthed in a field in Derbyshire. The other was the largest hoard of Anglo-Saxon gold coins ever discovered, with 131 pieces found in Norfolk. The first lot of coins, which have stylised wreath and horse patterns, were found in a farmer's field near Whitwell in 2019. Recently, Chesterfield Coroner's Court heard they dated from the 1st century BC and may have been produced by the Cornovii tribe. The coins will now be valued before any reward is divided between the landowner and finders. The court heard Sheffield's Weston Park Museum had expressed an interest in obtaining the hoard. The second haul of coins were found by anonymous treasure-hunting metal detectorists in West Norfolk. They mostly consisted of Frankish tremises and 4 other gold objects. The landowner has requested anonymity, so the exact location of the discovery remains a mystery. What is known is that they were buried around 1400 years ago. Most were found by one metal detectorist, who also wants to remain anonymous, between 2014 and 2020. As well as the mystery metal detectorist, 10 of the coins were discovered by a police officer at the time, who, despite having permission to be in the field, broke the law by failing to declare his find and tried to sell it on. He was sentenced to 16 months in jail in 2017 after admitting theft. Apart from finding items on someone else's land, there is further scope for falling foul of the law when you discover buried treasure. A quick leaf through my very dog-eared copy of McNay's Essential Law for Journalists provides the details. Coroners' courts decide whether some historical objects found on or buried in the ground should be classed as treasure. This function dates from coroners' original role as district representatives of the Crown. The monarch had legal rights in some circumstances to take possession of gold and silver objects deemed to have been deliberately hidden by a past generation, e.g. buried for reasons including to keep them safe during warfare. The Treasure Act 1996 made changes to the law, a main parliamentary aim being to encourage those who use metal detectors as a hobby to declare discoveries so museums can decide if they want the objects found. The Act has various definitions of treasure. One of these include a found object which is not a single coin and which contains at least 10% of gold or silver and which is at least 300 years old, and any other object found with it. If 10 or more coins are found together, whatever their metallic content, that are at least 300 years old, they too would also be classed as treasure. Broadly speaking, the law now states that anyone realising that something they have found might be classed as treasure must notify the district's coroner of the find within 14 days. Failure to notify is punishable by a fine or a jail term of up to 3 months. The coroner, if he or she considers the find might be treasure, will hold an inquest with or without a jury to determine this. If the find is ruled to be treasure, public museums are given the opportunity to take ownership, and if a museum wants to acquire the find, there is a system for a reward, based on the treasure's market value, to be paid from public money to the finder. It is also possible for some of this money to be awarded to the owner or occupier of the land where the treasure was found. The reward may be reduced or not be offered if the finder was trespassing or illegally disturbing an archaeological site. If the object is not classed as treasure or no museum wants it, the finder keeps it and can sell it, subject to any rights the land's owner or occupier has. Added to this legal information, coroners' courts are a relic of a French system of law brought to England with the Norman conquest, with the trove in treasure trove deriving from the French trouver, which means to find or found in English. In the case of the Norfolk find, Norfolk Castle Museum hopes to acquire the coins. Senior Curator of Archaeology at the museum, Tim Pestel, said the items were internationally significant and reflected the wealth and continental connections enjoyed by the early kingdom of East Anglia. So I suppose the take-home message here is that if you find treasure, make sure that you declare it, because failure to do so could leave you out of pocket or potentially in prison. And on that rather cheery note, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and most importantly subscribe. Thank you for watching.